Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. It is Ficus Friday today, and have I got a ficus to show you. It was about 3.5 years ago that I came across these large ficus that the local mall was getting rid of. They used to be in the aisleway of the mall, and I saw one at their garden center and I asked about it, and they said, yeah, the mall's getting rid of them. They were put in storage in the dark, and so I inquired about them, and the fellow who owned the mall said, yeah, you can have them. So I took the 4 large ficus home. Ross and I loaded them onto the truck and brought them into the backyard. And I gave all of them away. I gave one to Connor, one to Matt, one to Manuela, and one to Ross. Ross has since passed away, and that ficus got auctioned off, so I don't know where it is. It's in the Toronto area somewhere. And Matt decided he needed to downsize his collection a bit. So he brought the Mall Ficus into the meeting last night, the Kitchener-Waterloo Bonsai Society meeting. And I said, if no one else wants it, I'll bring it home with me. So I did. So the Mall Ficus has returned, and that's what we'll be looking at today. Here it is. Here is the Mall Ficus from Matt. So Matt has done a lot of work to this tree. He cut the bottom of the roots off, creating a flatter root base. He cut the tops down, and you can see it's sprouted out all over. There's all kinds of branches. There's aerial roots that have dropped down. All kinds of aerial roots. It's just amazing. Just amazing. And you can see the aerial roots have multiple roots coming off of them. There's a few Natal plum cuttings in there. Yeah, so there'll be a lot of work to go on this tree. I think eventually, I'll have a dome canopy on it. I'm going to try and fuse all these trunks together more. So I may pack the entire trunk line with sphagnum moss to create aerial roots that'll come out, and that'll just fuse into one solid trunk. I'll increase the root flare to try and get, more taper. At the moment it kind of spreads out towards the top of the tree. So I'll get the root base so it flares out more at the bottom. I think that'll look good. And there'll be a lot of branch selection coming. Yeah, there's lots of work to go on it, but it's sure off to a good start. Matt took really good care of it, and I'm very, very happy to have it. It's going to be a really nice tree in the collection. The pot the tree is in is a mica pot, and this was from Connor. This was the pot that he originally had that really large jade forest in. So it's a pretty lightweight pot. And that's another thing I'll be doing, is repotting it, replacing a lot of soil with perlite to make it lighter. And then I'll put like a denser layer on top. Yeah, I want to keep this fairly light. It's not too heavy at the moment. I can lift it fairly easily. So it's not as heavy as some of my trees. And I'll try and keep it that way, so it's fairly light and portable, so I can bring it in the winter and out in the summer. It'll take up a lot of space in the plant room, but I'll manage. I don't know. Somehow I'll manage. Yeah, so that is the Mall Ficus. It's looking good 3.5 years later. I won't be doing any work to the Mall Ficus today. I'm just going to let it recover to its new environment, get it growing really well, and then I'll be repotting it and doing branch selection up top. So that will be coming in a future video. I was working on the polyhouse yesterday, so I'll show you the updates to the polyhouse, and that will be it for this video. In the polyhouse here, I have the benches all scraped and rubbed down, ready to paint the frame there. That'll hold the wood in place for the benches. So I've got that both sides. I've positioned the roof peaks up here, the new ones, to hold the end of the plastic, and then put another sheet on the end there. So I just have to screw those in place. I'm just waiting I've got a gusset for the top I'm going to put in. They're just over here getting painted. So yeah, once they're dry I can assemble that A-frame up there. And yeah, once the benches are in, I'll put the wood back in place and then put the plastic over the benches so they don't get water down in all these cracks anymore. And then I think I'd be ready to put the plastic up. And we were thinking that this back sheet, I think I can wrap it around and use another spring clip. I think this channel holds 2 spring clips. So I'm going to try that so I can clip at least the sides of the plastic with the spring clips. And then up top I'll use a bat. I'll just staple gun it in place at first and then use bats to hold it in place. I think that'll work quite well. I have got the benches painted. They're looking good. Nice to see them all cleaned up, painted again. Yeah, so next I'll sort through the wood and have a look at what's good and what's bad and lay out the wood on the benches and then cover them with plastic. I have got the beams in place, screwed up there, that hold the plastic. So there it is. So the plastic thing can then be attached to this beam and I can put another piece across. So that's good. I'm glad I got that done. Everything's looking good. Yeah, so now I'm going to do the benches. I thought I'd better tackle this and get it done. I've started putting the tops of the benches in place. So this side's pretty good. All the wood is in good shape. Over this side, some of it isn't so good. So I've put the bad side up so I know which boards are kind of, yeah, a little bit rotted at the ends. That one's really bad here. So I think I'll have to do some replacement and then cover them with plastic. I usually, you know, if I'm doing a construction project or something and I've got end bits, I'll cut them to fit the bench and replace the worst boards. But overall, a lot of these boards have been in here for like 12 years and they've stood up really well. So I think with the plastic over them, they'll do even better staying dry. The problem is the moisture gets down in the end grain here, sits in this channel, and then the ends rot away. You can see it over here, how the ends rotted away there. And here, these sides were down on the bench. The board's still strong, but yeah, that's what happens. The moisture kills them. Yeah, so I've got a few more boards that I need to add. I was a little short, so I'll have to find some scrap wood, maybe from skids or something, and cut it up to fit. But at least I have the bench tops back in now. And you can feel the warmth inside here now, even with the ends open. I can feel the warmth of the sun shining through here. Yeah, it's going to be a good polyhouse. I have the May meeting of the Kitchener-Waterloo Bonsai Society tonight. So I think that's going to be all the work on the polyhouse for today. I've got to get all my tools cleaned up. I've got to get cleaned up and head off to the meeting. I'm quite happy with the progress I made on the polyhouse today. Little steps forward and it'll lead to completion. I want to thank Matt and Jen for giving me the Mall Ficus. It's great to have it back in the Bonsai Zone, and I think you'll see it progress really well in the future. Tomorrow I'm going to the Bonsai show in Burlington, Bonsai at the Royal Botanical Gardens. It's a 2-day show, Saturday and Sunday. I'm going on the Saturday. So that should be a really fun weekend for me. And that is all for today. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.